Hello, good morning. Today is Thursday, I believe. Yes, it is Thursday, the 12th of September at 8:30 in the morning. Welcome to today's daily cyber briefing. I'm your host, Rich Benfield, standing in for Stephen Ridgway. So, in headlines today, we have Adobe fixes Acrobat Reader 0-day with public proof of concept exploits. GitLab releases critical security update, urges users to patch immediately. Hunter's ransomware group allegedly claims breach of ICBC in London, which I believe is a bank. Chinese Dragon Rank hackers exploit global Windows servers in SEO fraud. Hackers use fake domains to trick Trump supporters in trading card scam. And WordPress mandates two-factor authentication for plugin and theme developers. So from the top, right. Adobe fixes Acrobat Reader 0-day that has a public proof of concept exploit. So a cybersecurity researcher is urging users to upgrade Adobe Acrobat Reader after a fix was released yesterday for a remote code execution 0-day with a public in-the-wild proof of concept exploit. This flaw is tracked as CVE 2024-41869 and is a critical use after free vulnerability that could lead to remote code execution when opening a specially crafted PDF document. A use after free bug is when a program tries to access data in a memory location that has already been freed or released. This causes unexpected behavior, such as programs crashing or freezing. However, if a threat actor is able to store malicious code in that memory location and the program subsequently addresses it, it could be used to execute malicious code on a targeted device. The flaw has now been fixed in the latest Acrobat Reader and Adobe Acrobat versions. Incidentally, the proof of concept was discovered in June. If you want to read about the proof of concept and how it was found, then you can click the links. The links will be provided in the socials, so you can pick up the news articles from their original source from there. Moving on, GitLab releases critical security update, urges users to patch immediately. So they've got several vulnerabilities they have got, and here's the list. These are all CVE 2024s, and their numbers are 6678, 8640, 8635, and 8124. So basically, GitLab says all installations running affected versions should be upgraded to the latest patch releases. Those versions that are affected appear to be 17.3.2, 17.2.5, and 17.1.7. And they should be patched as soon as possible to mitigate potential security risks. These versions contain important bug and security fixes, and we strongly recommend that all self-managed GitLab installations be upgraded to one of these versions immediately. GitLab.com is already running the patched version. GitLab dedicated customers do not need to take action, GitLab said. So basically, all of these need patching, and we'll just quickly go on and talk about what these vulnerabilities are. And then we'll put the link in the social. So the most critical vulnerability is CVE 2024-6678, and it can allow an attacker to trigger a pipeline as another user under certain circumstances. This flaw actually has a CVSS score of 9.6, which indicates it's very critical. Another high severity issue, which is 8635, is a server-side request forgery vulnerability affecting GitLab Enterprise Edition. It can allow an attacker to make requests to internal resources using a custom Maven dependency proxy URL. Next up was CVE 8124, and that's a high severity denial of service vulnerability that could be triggered by sending a large GLM source parameter. This flaw affects GitLab Community and Enterprise Editions. And finally, CVE 8640. This CVE came about because it was due to incomplete input filtering, so it's possible to inject commands into a connected kube server in GitLab EE. And along with this, GitLab have also patched a bunch of medium and low severity flaws that can be found in their advisory. LinkedIn advisory you'll find via your socials, via the link to this news article. Next up, Hunter's ransomware group allegedly claims breach of ICBC in London. The Hunters International ransomware group allegedly claiming are allegedly claiming the breach of the London branch of the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, the ICBC, a major Chinese state-owned bank. The group claims to have exfiltrated a staggering 6.6 terabytes of data, equating to over 5.2 million files. The ransom deadline is set for September the 13th, that's tomorrow, after which the group threatens to release the data if their demands are not met. This breach underscores the increasing threat to financial institutions, which are prime targets for ransomware groups due to the sensitive nature of their data. ICBC, the world's largest bank in terms of assets, is no exception, holding significant financial data that could be devastating if exposed. The potential fallout includes severe reputational damage and financial loss for the bank, as well as compromised customer data. Hunters International, a relatively new player in the ransomware scene, emerged in late 2023 following the disruption of the Hive ransomware group. Despite their recent inception, they have quickly made a name for themselves, claiming to have breached over 134 organizations globally this year alone. Their modus operandi involves targeting a wide range of industries, including financial services, without discrimination. The group's tactics often involve sophisticated malware, such as the Sharp Rhino Rat, designed to infiltrate corporate networks stealthily. This approach highlights the evolving nature of ransomware threats and the need for robust cybersecurity measures within financial institutions. Organizations are urged to implement comprehensive security frameworks, conduct regular data backups, and engage in employee training to detect phishing attempts and other cyber threats. The global financial community watches closely as ICBC responds to this significant breach, which could have far-reaching implications for the industry. Next up, Chinese Dragon Rank hackers exploit global Windows server in SEO fraud. So Dragon Rank are a Chinese-speaking hacking group. They have compromised around 30 plus Windows servers globally. They exploit IIS vulnerabilities to manipulate SEO rankings, distribute scam websites, and spread malware like PlugX and Bad IIS. So these, obviously, 30 servers isn't a lot, but it just goes to show you that certain vulnerabilities are being exploited in the wild for nefarious gains. So these servers are included in and found in Thailand, India, Korea, Belgium, Netherlands, and China. The group's primary goal is to manipulate search engine crawlers and disrupt the search engine optimization of affected sites, ultimately distributing scam websites to unsuspecting users. So, how does the attack work? The Dragon Rank hacking group gains initial access to Windows Internet Information Services, that's IIS servers, that's Windows Web Servers, by exploiting vulnerabilities in web application services such as PHP-MyAdmin, WordPress, or similar web applications. Once they obtain the ability to execute remote code or upload files on a targeted site, they deploy a web shell like ASPX Spy, granting them control over the compromised server. According to Cisco Talos long and technical report shared with hackread.com ahead of publishing on Tuesday, the group then utilizes the web shell to collect system information and launch malware, including PlugX and Bad IIS, as well as credential harvesting utilities like Mimikatz, Print Notify Potato, Bad Potato, and God Potato. So there's all the new potatoes. They also breach additional Windows IIS servers in the target's network, either through web shell deployment or by exploiting remote desktop logins using acquired credentials. For your information, PlugX is a well-known remote access tool equipped with modular plugins and property configurations deployed by various Chinese-speaking cyber threat actors for over 10 years now. The PlugX configuration in this campaign contains all necessary values and information to properly run the executable. More details are in that article. Next. Hackers use fake domains to trick Trump supporters in trading card scam. So cyber criminals target Trump's digital trading cards using phishing sites, fake domains, and social engineering tactics to steal sensitive data. Scammers create fake URLs mimicking the official site to deceive collectors. So cyber criminals are now aiming at your digital collectible cards, with former President Donald Trump's new digital trading cards being the latest target. Since launching, Trump's digital trading cards, which offer exclusive digital assets and real-life experiences, have generated substantial attention among collectors and supporters. Both of them. According to cybersecurity firm Verity, malicious actors are using phishing sites, fake domains, and various social engineering tactics to trick users into revealing sensitive information or installing malware. One example of a fake domain is Trump Digital Trading Cards.xyz. But they've put a sneaky / in it. in the domain name. So it's Trump Digital Trading Cards /.xyz, which mimics the official collecttrumpcards/.com. But with, I see what they've done. This news article's obfuscated the URL, doesn't form a link. That's why they've put that in. Why they couldn't put it in square brackets, I don't know. Okay, so Trump Digital Trading Cards.xyz mimics collecttrumpcards.com, but with subtle differences. Another instance is a fake site from the Democratic Party, which resurfaced under the domain Collect Trump Cards with an N instead of an M in the word Trump.com, in which the domain uses an N. Yes, okay. So fairly standard stuff, not the sort of stuff that our listeners are probably going to get caught out by, but they use traditional phishing tactics and domain typo squatting to lure in victims. Email phishing involves sending emails that appear to be from legitimate sources and promoting limited time offers on Trump's digital cards, which often contain malicious links that lead to phishing websites. Just remember your phishing training. If the email sounds like there's an urgent need to do something, when it's really something trivial, chances are you're in danger. So this isn't the first time that Trump's been used as bait for cybercrime. His supporters have been targeting financial scams multiple times. So in July of this year, scammers stole donations from his supporters by setting up fake and malicious websites. In another scam, hackers used a fake Trump assassination story to steal cryptocurrency from his supporters. And in January 2021, a phishing video link tied to Trump's election campaign was found spreading the QNode rat malware. So basically, be careful if you're a Trump supporter. I mean, I think that's decent advice anyway. Okay, anyway, moving on. Final piece of the morning is WordPress mandates two-factor authentication for plugin and theme developers. Well, that's going to come into effect on October the 1st, 2024. Accounts with commit access can push updates and changes to plugins and themes used by millions of WordPress sites worldwide, they said. And securing these accounts is essential to preventing unauthorized access and maintaining security and trust to the WordPress.org community. Okay, fair enough. So in which case you can expect to see that change if you are a WordPress theme or plugin developer. And probably about time too, let's be honest. Okay, so that covers us for this morning. That's all the interesting cyber news. If you go on our socials, you will find that links have been provided to all of these source articles, should you have found anything interesting this morning that you'd like to delve in deeper. Okay, thank you ever so much for listening, and